Alright, guys. Who's ready? Who's ready? I'm ready. That's a thinly veiled SpongeBob reference. Thinly veiled. Those are the best kind of references. So I gotta remember what we were doing. We were emptying out the air. We're creating a vacuum over here. We're pretty close. Okay, let's play it. Let it load. Alright, so everything's loaded and good and ready. Our restroom is out of order. Why does it tell me Becky? Does that mean Becky's gonna go fix it? Why would any of these be out of order? They're all functioning. Do we have a... What? Becky just peed. How is this out of order? Calm down, Oni. Calm down. You're ready, depression, and Mac. So, I was working on this, and yeah, you can see I have all the jobs queued up. I want to clear this stuff out. Oops, wrong button. I want to clear this crap out, turn it into a vacuum, and probably against my better judgment, I would like to make it a big fat sleet wheat farm. Yes, this works. But my goal would of course be to get excellent yields, which is going to require obviously water and fertilizer is something we have abundant supply of. And temperature and pressure are the big things. Blade, thank you for that host, buddy. I appreciate it. So, oh my god, guys, we have 41.26727 seeds. That's a lot of seeds. It's not really a lot of seeds. It appears as if I finally had time to catch a Volx. We'll welcome that, chat. Welcome, man. Jonathan with 2,000 boof coins. It begins. Jonathan, thank you so much for the 2,000 boof coins, buddy. I do indeed appreciate the support as always. Thank you, man. Get some love in chat for Jonathan. Thank you, dude. So let's just clear this out. Keep this little... Oh god, you're fleeing. Okay, so we are going to be aggroing some hatches, and there's not much I can do about that. Actually, there is. Hold on. Okay, the hatch that was here, we let go over here. There's a way we can put hatches where we want them. I don't know if it's an AI problem, if they're just dumb. Okay, well, we don't want to say hatches are dumb. We'll make Danny upset. But there's a thing I can do to get hatches stuck in a spot. I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to cancel these dig jobs, get everybody out of here, and I'm going to line this up and hopefully catch myself all the hatches that if all the hatches we have here. I like to put them in a single spot. You forgot as I signed in? You forgot what? Temporary glitch? Oh. Well, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Becky, I got you, boo. Becky, let me smash, please. It was either Volx or Orange's new black. Figured Volx is more cheerful to fall asleep to. I mean, that's true. I watch the show. It can get pretty morbid at times. But thanks, Becky. I appreciate it. Becky, I'm thinking Becky going to the bathroom, and the bathroom that was supposedly broken. Thank you, Mood Lady. I appreciate it. So, what I will want to do is this. So apparently, whether it's a glitch with Hatch AI or what the dealio is, you put an airlock down, they go to said airlock, you open the airlock up, and they think it's a tile that they can walk on, but they can't walk on it. Why did it auto-rotate? What? You calm down. Okay, they can't walk on it, and they fall through it, and then we can get them right where you want them. So that'd be my goal, to get all those hatches right there. Which I could let one of the hatches that's up here roaming. Wasn't there one up here roaming forever ago? Maybe I caught him. I could get him down here too. Does Maxi Roller need to do any painting? Not yet, but I'm sure we'll be doing it soon. We apparently are not making enough O2, which I strangely find hard to believe. Also, this is unnecessarily cold, because this isn't even running full tilt. I might end up getting rid of that. Do I have Weezwort? I do not have Weezwort. That is a sad day. Should you play Oni tonight or something else? You should play Oni tonight. Oni is great. So with that said, what I will want to do is somehow clear all this stuff out without messing everything up. And I might just put more ladders in here. I'll do that. So let's dig this crap up and start funneling our hatches. And I'll cancel this because I do not want them to make it so hatches can go anywhere but where we want them. No escaping hatches. Bad hatches. You're still working on the whole vacuum thing. Fair enough. Power and everything like that should be freaking hunky-dory. I guess the ever-growing need for a Weezwort is something I should tend to. And I should get rid of this farm. I should totally get rid of that farm. I should just put it over here as a temporary thingy. So I want to do that. I think that would save tons of time with our dupes. So if we queue these things up, we dig all this stuff out, and then I just go break these farms down, I think that'd benefit me in the long run. Your first live Oni stream? Well, sweet. Welcome to the Oni stream. It's good to have you. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy the shenanigans, and you get to see the suffocation of dupes live, because that's what they tend to do. Oni is great, but you suck. Get over the learning curve, and then it'll be a hell of a lot of fun. Just gotta keep playing, I guess. Just practice makes perfect, I suppose. We're gonna have an error problem here. We might have to enable this to get these jobs done. I will re-enable this so they can get air down here and they can work. That'll save time. We've had problems with that stuff in the past. So here's a hatch that I will need to get up here to have him fall. There's one here, and I'm hoping in some of these tiles we find hatches. That'd be of great benefit. Those booth coins are harder to do on mobile. Cammy, they don't work on mobile. Custom cheer modes, for whatever reason, don't really work on mobile, so you have to just do normal bits. I don't know why, but it's just apparently been a thing that I've been told a lot. 35 hours, and I have way more than you for your game. Yep. You're comparing hours. I played a lot of DS, I guess. Maxi Bird got smote. I gotta see why. How you doing, Dylan? What's up, buddy? What is that booth coin doing in the bit cup? Are they still twitching from yesterday? No, it's not the same one. Sometimes they twitch whenever there's a lot of them. You guys should be able to access this, but these are priority 5 jobs, so I understand. I'll queue these up first. Those are what I would like done now. So you guys delivered, you're breathing, cool. Just break these now for me, would you? This will save us time in the long run. There's a booth coin humping another one. Hey, maybe it's me humping you. If Volx cheer 35, the cheer didn't work. Don't tell me what to do, Volx. Cammy, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying it doesn't work. They should call it a. They should add a dupe character to DS every time you log on. It changes appearance. I don't know how well that'd work, but they do have the Oni thing in the DS team, like the title screen. I think they have it in single player as well. Like whenever they do their little announcements, like what games they're doing. Okay, break that. We'll sweep the rest of that crap up. Get that out of there. Move some farms over here. Look at this. These dudes are plowing through the work. That is what I want to see. Finish this stuff. Move some sleetweed over here. Our food's doing excellent right now. We don't even need to do what I'm doing, but I really want to. Also, I'm talking about trapping puffs. And what I would like to do, I could have sworn there was a puffed up here. Oh, is that the one that just disappeared? Okay, well there's a couple down here. But what I would like to do is we find a puffed. Fingers crossed we can find more than this. And we trap him in here. And I do the airlock cheese strat so we can get in here. And I put water at the bottom, and we pipe in poop air to him so he can filter it, create slime, drop it in the water. Then because it's in the water, it doesn't sublimate, meaning the slime doesn't break down. We can pick up the slime, and then we can put it in the biodistiller. And I will also put a temperature thingy in here. That'd be utilities. I put a space heater in here to regulate his heat. We'll have a thermo switch and everything, just to keep him alive. And if I can find more puffs, I would like to do that with more puffs. It sucks because this world really didn't have too many. There's one. Okay. He has toasty surroundings. What doesn't he like? 100 and something degrees is a little too much for him. Understandable. But yeah. Cammy with the 35 bits. Thank you, Cammy. I appreciate the 35 bits. I told you, they just don't work. You have to use those. But thank you for the support. Hey, folks, any tips for playing through in Wilbur and Shipwreck? They understand the monkey fretting thing. You give them a banana, and they'll follow you around, and they'll throw items to you, and you can command them like you could command spooters or pigs. Strategy. That is the hope, laddie. That is the hope. Some strategy. Oh crap. Okay, there's a hatch here. I could get this hatch over here if I did the airlock strat, and we put like a hatch pit here. Sadly, you gotta get them to the lowest point if you want to keep them. There's a bit of work that goes into this. So I was thinking of a whole CO2 collection point. I've got to really plan this out. I've got to figure out how I'm doing this. But I think the hatches need to happen first because they are in the way. This would be opening these doors and putting a seat. That'll be easy later. I can worry about that later, I suppose. I could put lights in there and have them kick on whenever the temperature's too low, or I could just have whatchamacallit, a space heater down there. And I need to turn this off. There's a couple things I could do to get this to work the way I want it. Hurry up, guys. Finish this for me, would you? Finish this for me, would you? Please? Please? Thank you. Can we see the amazing fishy cam? Do you mean the the follow around and fun cam, because I did it like all last stream. I did it all the time, Maxi Bird. I don't need to do it right now. So we'll do this. I might, I should have made them priority 7. I might take them down to 6. Yeah, I'm gonna take them down to a 6. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessarily high priority. You have to catch up on YouTube. Well, there's a good bit there, Sergeant, but hopefully you enjoy it. And I do need to consider closing this because we do make poop air with the biodistillers. But I guess that also helps my dupes. We might end up needing some Weezeworts in here. The battery area is getting hot. Potentially too hot. Oh, and I really did need to farm... oh, hey, I keep forgetting there's a geyser there. We need to farm up thimble reeds. This water... I don't even know if that's hot enough. Does it show me in here? The aquatic farm tile? I don't know. You know, let's put some of these in here. I'm gonna up this to a 6. Maybe we can start growing some thimble reeds while we wait. Because I need to get people close. They have stress reduction. I'll give them some snazzy suits. So this thing is all but finished, and I have to dig this out anyway. So this is a time saver. What's that? Polluted water. Gross. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Gross. It's bad for us. That is bad for us. That makes us sad dupes. We don't want sad dupes. I know it, Brigging. Brigging with the name change, making me remember this. I'll put some priority in that sweep job, so when I start lowering my hatches down there, they don't eat it. And the hope would be tonight, they think they can drop down here, but of course they really can't. And then they fall. Now when it comes to this bugger, I sort of need him to come over here, then I can dig this up. He's in a bad spot. He's in a not so great spot. Not so great. Just get weird. Who is doing WXP weekend for Overwatch? I haven't played Overwatch in forever. I haven't. I've been away from it for a while. So we'll let those plants do their thing. Where were my Weezeworts at? There were a few up here, and I think we picked them up. We broke into a new biome. Oh, there's some Weezewort seeds on the ground here. Well, with that said, I could cool that if I want to deliver some cooler air, because that's starting to get hot. That's 80 some odd degrees. That's too much. So let's copy settings. Put them on that. What are the priorities on these? They'd be 7. So in normal fashion, I'll lower these priorities again. I don't know why that got to be a 9. Maybe that could be screwing with some things too. An accidental priority 9, of course. That ain't good. Fix the flower priority because those are absurdly high. These I'll probably drop down to a 6. Everything seems to be getting done the way I would like it to get done. Like the priority seems to be where I would want them now at this point. So that's good. All right. So this polluted water is, of course, from this place. Whenever we broke the pipes, I guess I would want to get the hatches out of here first. And you know what? Can like, no, maybe I shouldn't dig that yet. I'm like, if there's a hatch there, let's get them. So these things, is this warm enough? I so 77 to 113, perfect. So let's plant, copy settings, grow me some of those. Let's get some clothes for our dupes. Should massage tables always be a 9? I like having them at a 9 because if they are stressed and it is risking my base, like if they're destructive, they're a vomiter, they're binge eater, whatever, I want that stress gone. And it's only 3 massage tables right now, so that would only be 3 people from a 15-person workforce that are there, so I don't feel bad about it. So you're scaredy cat, you don't have diver's lungs, nothing going for you, nothing going for you, you're a mouth breather. None of these dupes are even reasonably okay. No, get rid of those. Your monitor's too small for this. Startles, I'm sorry. I've watched Stoney streams on my phone. That's always fun. So I've got to figure out, unless I put another, you know, I could do this. We have some time before it's day, or before it's night. Let's put this here. We're gonna put another airlock in an effort to get this hatch to fall down too. And then with that said, I'll have to build these up because I don't want him to be silly and go places I don't want him to go. Go do that for me, would you guys? You have the same type of air and then cool it. Does the cool air drop to the bottom of the hot air rise? Weezeworts. You would think so, Pseudo, and it kind of sort of can. Now, granted, the only air source I have coming in is up top. You'd think it would. What I've noticed is heat with batteries, heat with machines, really tends to rise like you'd expect. But a lot of times, cold temperatures don't work the way I think they would. Like, you would imagine if I put a Weezeworth up here and all the heat was up here in my base, that the cold would. Now, it sort of looks like it, but of course, there's different heat sources. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. I would go with that logic in mind, but I would also monitor it and maybe put a Weezwort at the bottom too. Really, it just seems to be putting a Weezwort next to whatever is the biggest heat maker helps. So in my case, I put them over here by these machines, and it's kept my fertilizer makers cold. Like, instead of just putting them up here and letting the heat rise and be dealt with, I put it right by the machine. You can talk about DS and DST, Javier, it's fine. I want more IRL physics, but then again, you gotta remember this is a Klei game. We're also on an asteroid, so you can only trust so many things. Cammy, I think I forgot to thank you for the 15 bits earlier. I don't know if I missed that, but I don't think it made a sound. Thank you, Cammy, for the 15 bits, man. I do appreciate that as well. Sorry if I missed it. Sometimes I swear to God, it doesn't make a noise. So, with this in mind, that hatch ain't gonna go anywhere, so he should be safe. Let's mop up all this crap. So, we'll open these airlocks. The issue is I didn't even open these airlocks, so the hatches didn't go down there at night. And the next night they should go. There's a vacuum in some spots in here. It's down to what, micrograms? Yeah, it's micrograms. It's teeny. And ask what the locked doors with all the water centers about. They don't buckle under water pressure, so the idea is I can have a really thin wall, but it's a really strong wall. Because if you use one tile, the water pressure could break them. Assuming your dupes will obey the asteroid gravity, heat should do the same. Yeah, you would think a lot of things would hold true, but you just gotta remember that. So, this, I mean, I could just dig these things up right now and encourage the hatches to skedaddle. Let's see if we can get that to work. I want them to fall down here and go to sleep. Okay, just get away from him. Yep. He's probably just gonna burrow over here again. Yeah, he can eat that crap. Whatever. Yeah. So in the morning, if he goes to the right, he should fall down. I think he'll be able to walk on that. It's only a 2-tile, and to guarantee it, let's do this. Let's coax him. I've been doing music. How are you doing? Plans to be in the title, but really, I want to trap this puffed. I want to cool some geyser water with some Weezwort. So I mean, that one would be a good one, but I'd rather pump directly into the water supply. I want to get more Weezworts as always. I really want to get my big fat hydroponic farm running with like excellent quality. It's kind of one of my big goals. You know, the dirty ability locked doors only expert I've seen is the door with the hole below it allows dupes to walk through. Yeah, I was using that one. I didn't use it at first, but I started using it. But yeah, these don't buckle under water pressure, so that's one of the big things people will do. This apparently got flooded. I guess some stuff melted. Let's just can that. So, why don't we plan out some of the puffed catching? I'd like to keep you away from him. This is gonna be a tall order. Let's build our ladders up here and block him off periodically and try and capture him down here. Because I'll probably put this around, or I'll probably put thermal tiles around that at some point. Let's just get some dupes on that job, and it doesn't hurt to dig up some gold every now and again. The gold is a big necessity. Just queuing up some dig gerbs. Will you do a sub DST again? I usually do it like every Sunday, like Sundays if I can. I'll see if I can do it tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet, Iris. I'm not 100% sure yet. You good hanging out in Oregon? Ooh, what you doing? I feel like it'd be a game breaker if the regular heat was at the top at the beginning. That heat would be a first priority. Yeah, it could become a really important thing to deal with. And I think I could change this now, right? I could delete these tiles. But yeah, that would make heat a big issue. So we'll get rid of those, then we can get rid of these doors, and then they can go through the door, like we're doing up top in the base. But yeah, heat would become a real problem real fast, and this is sort of becoming an issue, and begging the question, do I want Weezworts here? Don't know. So how many beds did I have again? I have 7, 14, 21. I have 28 beds as it stands. I think that's good enough, but I was also thinking about spacing out my beds and putting more decor between them to really help my dupes. So pus turn dirty O2 to slime, right? Yes. Slime can then be converted into algae. You could also feed it to hatches if you have too much of it and you just want coal. But it's basically taking this gas and making an item out of it. That's one of the big things. And algae, of course, is nice to have, but not strictly a necessity. But the more renewables and things you can get, the better. At least I feel like I like having tons of that crap. Did any of the hatches... Hey, see? Like I told you. Here. So, I wasn't looking at night, but we have a hatch here and a hatch here. Is that all we had was 2? So this guy fell. So what happens is, with the logic is, I think they think the airlock is a tile they can scooch on, like they can walk on that, even when it's open. So they're like, oh, look, ground, and then they fall to their death. But of course they don't die. So that is great. What that lets me do is I can start shaving some of the crap off here, and then we can start putting the tiles we need, and hopefully get some more hatches here and have them fall down. Awesome. Would you mind explaining this game in the most minimal way possible? You start next to this thing with all kinds of minerals near you, a little bit of O2, and you gotta expand and survive. And periodically you'll get new dupes from this thing that prints the dupes. It's like a 3D printer, but with people. And you accept the dupe, you can decline the dupe, but you can accept the dupe, expand your workforce, and then dig out in the world and go get new materials and tech up research and build all kinds of fancy stations and have fun. I have very much enjoyed my time in Oni, very much so. So this is so close to becoming a vacuum, and then I'm probably gonna want to put on the pump down here because that'll take a while. We're talking micrograms here. I'm not gonna plant anything there yet. The fridges are working. I think we need some more ice storage. What the hell, Sand? Sand? You get out of here. You're a hindrance. You are a hindrance, sir. Do I want to keep my little dig project going? I think I do. Poop water. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this poop water because it is in the way. It is in the way in a big way. Are there any puffs in here? Actually, let's test this. Does this strategy still work? I don't know if they patched this. Well, I don't see any things over here. You used to get like a symbol for harvesting an enemy if they were in the dark. I could dig this, let this poop water go over here, and then trickle down and get out of the way on the one side. Maybe that's a start. Maybe that is a start. I guess a good way to do it would be something along these lines. I'll just keep playing. So the dupes keep working. And then we'll just dig over and look at it. I'll wait and I'll assign some high priority to this so they do it quickly. Why is there a vacuum in your growing zone? Your plants need air. The whole point is to get everything that's out of there out, and then I'm going to start putting one type of gas in there. So that way it's all one unanimous gas type, and then I feel like a big problem with temperature in this game, sometimes like one gas doesn't seem to warm up the other gas. So like there could be oxygen, there could be a pocket of air here that's hot as the sun, and then there could be a pocket of freezing cold oxygen, polluted oxygen, and for whatever reason the temperatures don't really, they don't mesh, they don't even out quickly, they don't equalize. So my idea is to put one type of gas in the farm, keep it managed, and keep the temperature right where I want it. So I'm just getting everything out first so it's a clean slate. Want to hear about my new fidget spinner? It's called the Rate in CSGO. Oh god, the R8. That used to be like really good when it first came out, and then they nerfed it to hell. Every survival builder is Minecraft. Well, yeah, a lot of people make that comparison, but I don't really see anything Minecrafty in this game. It's its own thing. This is more along the lines of something like RimWorld, and I like to compare it to Fallout Shelter just because of the, I don't know, like maybe the management aspect of it, but it's definitely its own thing. It's its own thing. Poopy water hype, poopy water indeed, man. I would be really happy to get a hatch out of some of these tiles with buried objects. We might just get more resources, but a hatch would be awesome because we're already ready to collect them in one spot. We have 2 right here. The more the better, the faster we can produce coal. I haven't been able to really gather my hatches up when this runs so well. Just queuing up more of this a little bit at a time so they don't dig themselves into a hole and die. This, hopefully, yep, that's taking the edge off the temperature, which I'm hoping translates to cooler in here, because we're getting 90. Like 90 degrees, that's disgusting. That's gross. What's a hatch? Turns minerals into coal. Turns ice into coal. And ice is, obviously, with geysers, 100% renewable, so that's cool. I'll need some water soon. I don't know if I want to work on this geyser just yet. I don't know. Maybe I want to work on this geyser first. I haven't decided because the farm, I'm not 100% on the size of the farm yet. But I would like to start capturing one of these geysers and controlling the temp. Klei originally just changed Hutch with an A, yeah, but they came up with Hutch. Hutch is from their game. Remember, it sounds like my kind of game. Yeah, this has similarities, I guess, is what I would say. Man, this room's hot. Look at that. That's obviously because of this water. B-Sip, thank you for that host, buddy. You have arrived. Greetings. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Follow Shelter's too easy, no comparison, just generic simulator. Just genetic simulator. I know. It's just the simulation aspect. People ask for a game to compare it to, and that's the first thing that kind of just came to mind. I mean, this is its own thing. I don't really know of a game that has gases and all this crap like this, but it's its own thing. What temperature does everything die? I would... It's somewhere between hot and scorching, where the dupes will start taking damage. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's somewhere between whatever hot and scorching is. So depending on your temperature units, you can just hover over it and it'll tell you. I mean, if I were to send a dupe into... I don't know if I have the biome. Well, if I were to send a dupe into here, he'd scald, and he would take damage. He wouldn't die right away, but he would take damage. Stratos, Shipbean, how you doing, buddy? Diver's lungs, but bottomless stomach. I could deal with bottomless stomach, to be honest, but nah. No thank you. So, hey, we're a vacuum. Okay, we're mostly a vacuum. There's still some poop air up here. We're mostly a vacuum, chat. Yay! There's an instant death temp. That's a thing. That's awesome. And what I ought to do, depending on how much abyssalate I have, is make this out of abyssalate to really keep the temperature out, because this is supposed to be a controlled thing. It isn't strictly necessary, but I think it'd be nice. And if I have them do this, they create this without breaking it, right? Meaning it wouldn't mess with the vacuum. Let me test it. I don't remember. I think they do. Let's see. Nope. Oh, yeah. Yes and no. It lets some air in, but whatever. It was, wow. Quickly. It let all that in. Ah, man, that would defeat this, but either way, it needs to happen. I think I should make it insulated with abyssalite. I like to make this insulated with abyssalite, but that's too late. There's nothing I can really do other than put some Weezeworts in there to control it. So, while we may have just hit a vacuum, it doesn't matter anyway because we have to expand this. I guess sooner. Yeah, sooner now. Let's get this finished. Yeah, there's these tiles and those will bleed heat, but that's only so many spots where we can bleed heat. Let's just knock it out of the park. Take it easy, Javier. Have a good one. What's up with the gaps in the right side of the wall in that room? What's up with the gaps in the right side of the wall in that room? What, this one? These? Dukes will crawl through this, but it'll still keep it a vacuum, meaning they don't open the airlock, but they can go in here. I'm sure they're going to patch that, because that's super cheesy. But it's a way to get a dupe into a room without having to open an airlock. Oh yeah, that temperature's come down quite a bit. That was hot. This is the room I'm concerned about, but I know why it's hot. And it is sort of cooling off eventually. And if I start delivering cool water before it even gets there, that won't be an issue. So how'd this dig job go? Done. Awesome. Can we, without dying, do this? I know it's a tall order. I get it. I guess I'd be better off queuing up ladders first. Without dying, let's do this. Let the water drain. We'll let it just go down here. Yeah, there's a lot of water compared to the space in here, but it should break some of these tiles. And then it'll let me dig over here. That's the plan. I smell chicken. Somebody got fried chicken and brought it to the house. Who does that while I'm streaming and I can't eat it? Because now all I do is smell fried chicken. Fried chicken's amazing. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to start building tiles to essentially limit his movement and put him down here somewhere. Because I don't want him right next to this thing, and then I'll wall him off. And if I can get more puffs in the same room as him, that'd be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'll probably have to have a puffed here, a puffed over here. I don't really have that luxury yet. It's cheaty as fuck, and I like it. It's great, and it's super useful for now, but yeah, expect it to probably change at some point. Can we make our ladders? We did. I could go dig that, but you know what? I'm an impatient fuck. Let's go! Fingers crossed nobody drowns. Fingers crossed. Shitbean reporting, I just noticed. He just said shitbean reporting. He's totally embraced it. Go rookie shit. Oh, okay, that probably will break underwater. Look at this! Look at this air pressure. You get out of here. I figured that would have broken. Run! Run, Horsley! Run! No, guys, don't come back here. You're going to die. No, leave. This is bad. Oh my god. The water is like jello in this game, chat. The water is jello. The water's jello. What's your playtime on this game? I don't know, BB. I can actually tab out and look. 137 hours, apparently. It's all streamed and recorded and stuff. Jason, I haven't had a chance to play it off stream. Jason with the new sub. Jason, thank you so much for the new sub, buddy. Welcome to the herd, friend. Get some boof spam in chat for Jason. Thank you so much for that new sub, man. I do indeed appreciate the support. Hopefully you enjoy your fancy schmancy new emotes. Thank you, dude. I missed your message. Hold on. Chat's flying. So I was trying to cool a room for those pesky crops, and the door farm tiles let in heat and undermine the insulated tiles inflation. Or do I need more resorts? Wait, do the door slash farm tiles let in heat? Yes, they would transfer heat from the outside, undermine the insulated tiles. And of course, you have to think about the pipes carrying hot water. So you'd want insulated pipes. This is Jello. It's Jello. God damn it, game. So you would want to keep it as separated as possible, like I'm trying to do here. I mean, even this kind of lets heat in, but I'm gonna have a thermo-reg hooked up to this to hopefully combat that. But I want to keep as many insulated tiles around it as possible. Clean water's clogging. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping it drains here. I don't want to mop it up, but I might. We'll see. I might get rid of it. It's no biggie. I don't really need this. Put a ladder here. I'm worried about somebody dying. You're at 110 hours and only it's all my fault. It's totally not my fault. You're having fun. You can't blame that on me. That's just the game being good. Can we mop that? No, because you can only mop the bottom. The water is Jello, chat. How do you complete the game? You don't. There's no quote-unquote completion. It's just you play and have fun. Usually the lag monster will kill you. Usually lag monster will kill you toward the end of your run. It's endless, yeah. Poop water might just be poop. It's poop, Rokisha. It's poop. Look at this. There you go. It woke up. Go, water, go. Go, 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 go. We're in it not for you. I would never have seen this game. I'm sure you would have heard about it, Drew. Water apparently can't displace the oxygen in the way. Well, it's moving now. It's moving now. That's all that matters. I've heard there will eventually be an end goal, but it's early access. Yep. And I heard them say there'll be things like you can dig to. Like boons, if you will, and some things might be good, some things might be bad. Like maybe you dig somewhere and you find something, but you touch it and it blows your colony up, or you touch it and everybody has steroids and they can carry 1,000,000 pounds. I don't know, but they said they had like plans for finding things. That sounds pretty cool. Let's queue up some ladders. You think Oni will be good on mobile? I can imagine this being a good time sink. Yeah, on mobile. That sounds like something this game could do. Now that oxygen moved, the water flows. Yep, it's gone now. And we're down the milligrams again. Of course, it's not micrograms, but it's a start. Now, I'm going to keep the abyssalate train going. I think that is an okay idea. I have abyssalate, and I have access to tons of it. Let's do one of those. I could even tunnel through this if I wanted to. Like, that way I could keep this biome separation and still get abyssalate. So, like, for example, if I wanted to be really fancy schmancy, just do something silly like this. Leave the diagonal, because biomes, they don't transfer heat because of the abyssalite. I think that's why Klei put this in here, and they made this material. I have never seen that before. A little bit of algae in an abyssalite line. That is strange. That is intriguing. That could also break the water pressure, so maybe I'd want to just be a little cautious, but beyond that, we're good. Queuing up some jobs. You always want jobs. Jello water? Jello water. Yes, Maxi Bird. Oh, see? This is what I wanted, to break those tiles. Let's see here. Is the only way to grow the cold-dwelling crops to have them in the cold biome or use a bunch of thermoregulators? You can put them in a room full of weezeworts and get the room down to like -70. Remember how I had my big cooling chamber in my other world? The stuff got to like -70, like the hydrogen, and this is only -10 at best, and it still is growing. So you could get away with just weezeworts. My plan would be to have no weezeworts in here, because the weezeworts are uncontrolled. They're always running. And then have a pump in here. When the temperature gets over a certain point, sends all the air out, and it keeps the pressure. This is the thing, it's going to maintain this pressure. It sends all the CO2 or whatever gas, hydrogen, whatever I put in here, out. Gets cooled off, comes back, and when the temperature is at that perfect spot, it'll turn off. That's my hope. You can try a layer of abyssalate tile under your clean water. I could. I could totally put... Wait, you said under the clean water? If I did that, I'd have to shift things a bit though. I can't just put abyssalate here because it might buckle under the pressure. But yeah, that would help with the air. Or I could just move my air, of course. But you know what? In all seriousness, having the water heat up my air isn't bad. It's super cold in here. I never use this overlay. Which one is it? The core values. I forget which one is it. Yeah, the comfortable temperatures. So I never even use this one, but it is getting a little bit cold in here. I'll leave it go. Don't you need a certain air pressure? Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pump just enough whatever gas in there, and then I'll leave it. I'll lock it off. I'll shut it off. Did DS ever come to Android? Yep, it did. Can I have Volx babies? Well, there's an emote called Volx baby. That's actually a thing. That is actually a thing. What is this? Water? Empty that. How water get there? Okay, well, I could give you more time to drain, but you're just poopski water, and you're not the end of the world. You're not super crazy important, so priority 9. Let's mop it before we dig into it. Just move it. And you know what? Do this too. So I'll have them just getting abyssalite so we can build with it and use it. I should focus more on the materials I use, because I don't really always select the right material. I mean, for batteries, I like to use gold for overheat temperatures and things, but I could do better with that. Anybody who's okay? Early bird, early bird, early bird. You have a good bit of strength. You're a grease monkey, you're an ugly crier, which isn't awful. You're not a bad character. 4 strength is decent. You're pretty good all around already. You don't have diver's lungs, but I think we're gonna take max. I think we'll just take max. Yeah, I gotta get rid of the thimble rig. I'll get rid of it. I think we're gonna take max. So, if you're a sub, !dupe, just get your name in the drawing, and once you guys do your little batch here, I'll pick them and see if we can get somebody. Oh, they already got rid of it. Good enough. Good enough. I don't want to wall this thing off too. I mean, if anything, the geyser room would be walled off with abyssalite as well. Thermal tiles. We'll take max. Not Maxi Bird, but we'll take max. I could put this stuff over here, but I have no idea what lies beyond this. Oh, wow, that's buckling under pressure. That's kind of surprising it hasn't broken yet. There's a lot of water there. I wonder, if I did something like this, could a dupe do this? Could a dupe reach this in time? Like, is that reachable? I think it is.